What is going on, YouTube fam? So in today's video, we're going to be giving the budget daily driver an upgraded suspension setup. So here we have the Maxpeedingrods 24-way adjustable coilover setup for the CGs, which is the 98, the 02 Accord, and it also fits the CLs, which is basically the same year, but I want to say those were all coupes and they were Acuras. But yeah, so we got the pretty much the, I wouldn't say the entry level coilovers, because they do have a set that doesn't have the adjustable dampening to it, but these, I want to say these are about 250 bucks, and they give you pretty much everything you need. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, because we will have another video coming for the trap, but they do have an upgraded set, which I want to say those run about $4 something, maybe 500 bucks. And if you've been watching YouTube, you've already seen it on a lot of people's channels. I know Deadbeat has done it. I know Young Static has done it before. It's a couple of people that have put the new ones, which are like a black and blue color. Shout out to Turbo Trishan. He's done it already too. But no one, I haven't seen anyone use them on an Accord yet. So we do have a set coming for a trap. That's gonna be kind of like a guinea pig test run. I'm gonna start with the rear, because if you don't know, on CGs, the rear is the worst part. Like, that's the hardest part of the whole car, because it's got so much sway bar link stuff, and it's a lot of tension back there. Pause. I don't know where this rain came from, but dang, that shit coming down. Woo! I hope y'all can hear me good, but I just wanted to show y'all what I mean, like with this rear. The CG, man, Honda did a great job with stabilizing this back half, man, because it's like, you got this control arm, this control arm, this control arm, this control arm. That's 3 lower control arms. Then you got this top one, and then you got the sway bar link back here. I mean, they did a fantastic job, but it just makes it really hard, as you saw in that last clip, to get the coil up, well, to get the factory stuff out, because it's so long. Pause. It's tough. You gotta really get this thing low enough to get it out. Pause. But that's one side down, boys. That is one side down. So I'm gonna go ahead, what I'm gonna do is pretty much dump the rears, because if I remember correctly, the Maxpeedingrods coilovers don't get that low in the rear. So I'm gonna go ahead and just max those out in the back, see where we at, and we'll adjust the front to match. It's hailing. All right, boys, got one side completed. Moving on to the other side. It is storming and hailing like crazy outside, and I'm trying to put a set of coilovers on. I know y'all can't hear me, so I'm gonna keep the driven film music rolling, and we're gonna try to get this side knocked out. So basically, what you just saw me doing on the GoPro, after you get the long pause rear suspension out, you have to, the only way to get it out is to take this, I take this plate off that holds this sway bar link, because if you try to mess with this sway bar link and you don't have brand new ones, these things get to spinning because they're old, and if they get to spinning inside of there, it's hard to put it back, pause. But the easiest way is there's one 14 millimeter bolt that holds this bracket right here on to the side of the spindle down here. And what you got to do is just pull that bracket off, and it'll free it from the entire like rear sway bar setup, and that'll make this a little more flexible so that you can push down on it and get the suspension out. Now when you get ready to put the new coilovers back, they're a lot shorter, so you can, before you even try to get that coilover in, you can button all this back up and tighten it down so that you don't have to fight with it with the coilover in the car. So just a little tip if you're planning on doing this yourself. I don't know if I ever really showed you guys exactly what I do back here. I've done it several times on this model car, but not sure if I ever showed y'all that. But yeah, that's pretty much all you got to take apart. You don't have to remove the lines from it or nothing. Like there's a brake line and looks like an ABS sensor line that runs to that same bracket as well, but that can stay attached with no problem. There's plenty of slack there, so you won't mess anything up there. But yeah, you do have to take that one bolt right there out to get that bracket off. Something else that I'm doing on these for the first time that I've never done before. Normally, I run all of my coilovers on full stiff pause, but with these, I'm maxing it out like as soft as possible, so I have it completely turned the other way. So we're gonna see how this rides. I'm hoping that it gives me more of a stock-ish ride, just lower, but I know that the haters are gonna start commenting and saying you'll never get a stock ride quality out of Maxpeedingrods. But I don't care, I love them. Good budget setup, and they're gonna make this car look so much better. Check out this massive rat bed I found. Jesus. I knew it was gonna be one though, because the car had been sitting for a long time. But that thing is pretty damn huge. And it was right behind the pillar in the rear seat. Pretty crazy.
over there. I was like, bro, you should have bought 1.5, bro. You could do that shit.
Right.
They're testing.
That's right. They run that shit on the track. They do that shit on the track, don't they? Don't they got like a section on the track they be running it on?
No, they have they let the street cars use the actual whole quarter mile.
Car is back down on the ground now. I think we got it pretty much evened out. Will was over here and we were looking at it together, and I think I hit it right on the head pretty much the first time around, so that's freaking awesome. But yeah, car's looking so much better now. Whenever we do go for a drive, not gonna do it today, but whenever we do go for a drive, I'll video that, because I've never rode the Maxpeedingrods Coilovers on the softest dampening setting, so I will try to make a more in-depth video on a first drive, first thoughts of how it rides on the softest setting, because I always run mine at the stiffest. So yeah, really interested to see how that works. But guys, this car is looking freaking awesome, man. I am so happy with how it's coming out. It's looking really good. The main things are being done. All that'll be left is some paint and wheels, and this thing will be freaking perfect. I do have some yellow tint that we're going to be trying to redo the Traps headlights with, and I think there's going to be enough tint in that can to shoot these headlights as well. So I may tint these yellow as well. I think that'll look really aggressive. Again, the yellow just really looks great to me, so I may end up doing that too as another little modification. This car is really coming together. Again, I still got to get that window regulator, but hopefully sometime during this weekend I can find one for a pretty good price, get that thrown in and have this thing fixed. Other than that, man, the car is pretty much ready to go. Looks really good at this ride height, not too crazy. Closed up that wheel gap and we are looking good, boys. But with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up here, guys. Again, I'm thinking about, well, I'm not thinking about, we're gonna make it happen, just don't know when, but we're gonna be doing a full video on wheels Accord soon too. So if you're excited to see that, let me know in the comments. That thing is like fully bolted up with a Type R turbo, bigger intercooler, bigger downpipe, just a whole bunch of goodies on that thing, and we'll let Will go through it because he's like a mad scientist with the 10th gens, and explain to us exactly what's going on, about how much power it's making. We'll go for a drive and everything, and I'll try to capture all that on video. So if you're excited for that, let me know. Go follow my boy Will as well. And yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Catch y'all next time. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Maxpeedingrods link is in the description below. Catch y'all next time. Respect all videos. Peace out.